Is this a safe space? Because reties are actually expensive.
Yep.
And heavy hair, it's a thing.
My neck!
And let the record show, braiding and banding, it's not all that bad.
The tea is exceptionally good today.
Told you so extra, but I know I'm the same. Love me in spite of my trauma. Give me what I need instead of the drama.
Hey YouTube, it's your girl Drknlvely, aka Robin, and welcome back to my channel. And if it's your first time seeing this mug and these locks, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and click that subscribe button and become part of the Dark Knight squad. We lit over here. I'm your good sis. You're my good sis. In today's video, I'll be breaking down 5 things I wish I knew prior to getting locks. Some of these you may already know and you're like, sis, we already know this. And some of them you may not know. And some of them you may relate, same page, and others you might be like, sis, what is you talking about? You tripping.
That's true.
But we're gonna go over them from my experience and my journey because everyone's journey is different. So let's get into it. Finding a reliable loctician. Why is it so hard?
Does that sound like something you want?
Yes.
Well, let me tell you, you'll never get it.
But let's cut back to the beginning on finding a loctician, period. In the beginning, it was a low-key, high-key struggle to find a loctician when I wanted to get my Sisterlocks installed. I tried the website, trash.
That's right, I said it.
Couldn't get no traction there. Thank goodness I ended up going back to YouTube University. Proud alumni, and I seen someone who actually had their install at the salon that I ended up getting my install at. So thank you once again to YouTube University for throwing me to Hail Mary, because without that I wouldn't have been able to find the loctician that I then ended up breaking off from. But YouTube University is always gonna come in clutch, always. Okay, and they did. And after that I ended up, thus far, I've had a total of 4 locticians, and 2 of them were because of relocation. Now, of course, some would say that's not even that bad because 4 is nothing. Some of you like, damn, 4 is a lot. I've only had 1 loctician my whole journey. Finding a reliable loctician is not hard enough. Just add distance. Currently, right now, I travel 36 miles one way for my reties. One way. Now, it's not too bad since I work from home, but it's definitely a commitment. And if it's not finding a reliable loctician in your area that's not too far away, then you have to worry about scheduling. And scheduling is all about getting in where you fit in. Their schedule plus your schedule, when it sync up. Now, that has never really been a problem for me because I do work from home in the past 5 years, so I'm a little bit more flexible when it comes to that. But some people don't have the luxury of working from home, so that's why a lot of people do self-retie themselves, because of these 3 factors: the lack of resources to find someone, a reliable person, find a reliable person that is close to them, and then having openings. Their books, what do their books look like? Are they accepting transfer clients? Are they not accepting transfer clients? It's a struggle. It really is. Next, let's talk about costs of installation plus maintenance. Now, in the beginning, 8 years ago, my installation or establishment, whatever you want to call it, was $1,000. It was $100 deposit, and then it was $900, $100 for every inch of hair that I had. I initially went in there with 11 inches and they trimmed me down to 9 because of course I was hanging on to straggly ends, and that was more money that I could keep in my pocket. And now, compared to how I used to spend money on braids and sew-ins back in the day, because I then turned into a DIY girly and I was just doing my own hair at the house, but the cost of buying hair and putting units together, on top of that, I waited till tax time to get my Sisterlock establishment, because that's the only other time I was going to have extra money to put towards this investment. And if I do say so myself, it was a great investment. It adds up. But I would still say over all the years that I've spent on hairstyles prior to getting locks, there's still no comparison to the money that I paid. There's no comparison to the money that I paid for my installation. Yes, that was a one-time fee. But over the years, baby, I could name 2 hairstyles that cost me $600 off the top of my head, and they didn't last that long. Those are temporary hairstyles. This was a forever hairstyle. So apples and oranges. Now maintenance, reties. Baby, they're getting up there. Respectfully, I would probably have to start doing my reties at the house because as my hair gets longer, of course, I would love to pay my loctician their worth for their time. But baby, my pockets, okay.
I'm all out of money!
I can't. So I'm currently at $200 for every 6 to 8 weeks. And some people, they go more frequently than that. So it doesn't hit them. It may hit them a little bit harder than it's currently hitting me. But for me, financially, and trying to get out of debt and trying to build a better relationship with money,
you need to get it together.
I'm gonna have to scale back. And when I'm not available to do my own hair, I will have that option to go to my loctician. But in the between time, I'm gonna have to start doing it at the house. But the only downside to that is like you're in control of that. I don't know how long y'all reties take, but my reties take about 3.5 hours to do with my loctician. And then when I'm doing it myself, only thing I could say is the front half of my hair, it literally takes me about 6 to 8 hours straight through. I can't be pushing it. Right now I'm at 6 weeks going into 7. In 2020, I pushed it all the way to 21 weeks. I will never do that again. Boy, was my scalp was praying to see the light. Okay, it was as bad. It could have been worse, but you know, the circumstances of the world, my retie had to be pushed. And I wasn't currently at that time doing my own reties at all. Now I've done it since, and there wasn't no circumstances with the world. It was a scheduling issue, what we pushed back to. In the earlier segment, we talked about scheduling. Our scheduling just did not match up. So I had to do what I had to do, and I had to do my own hair. So yeah, in 2020, I was not doing my own hair at that time. I wish I would have did it because I would trade that length for this length currently to do my reties. Now, is it more expensive? It's getting up there, and that only comes with length. As your hair gets longer, the price goes up. Last year's price is not today's price because you didn't gain 3 inches of hair. And once again, I would love my service providers to get paid their worth. However, things are so expensive nowadays. I'm just gonna have to scale back where I can, you know? So currently at the moment, the hairstyle is not as expensive, but as more length comes, I feel that it will start to get up there because you require more product because you have more hair. So once I reach my goal length, trust and believe, you good sis, I'm chopping it up to bra strap length and then I'll grow it out again to tailbone. So goal length, just for an FYI, so you guys are aware, it's the shortest area of my head to reach tailbone length, not the longest part, because there are some long pieces that already are touching tailbone. I need the shortest area of my head to touch tailbone, and then we're good. And I'm chip, 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 chip.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
That's what I say. But I think, yeah. Number 3, conflicting information. Baby, it's unfortunate because so many people get into this field of becoming a loctician for the wrong reasons. And not enough people, in my opinion, not enough locticians actually care about the health of their client's head.
It's true.
And their hair. But that's just me. I'm getting mixed info from the beginning. Establishing salon, we didn't end well, so there's that, okay? So that was one miscommunication in between conflicting information that I got and the conflicting information that I received. Me not knowing, novice, paying you this money, help me.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
But that's why I'm paying you to help me. Because I don't know, you're supposed to be, anyways. Now, once I left that Loctician and I switched to a new one, unfortunately, good sis did my first wash. She didn't braid and band my hair.
I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. How dare you?
So I'm probably 5 months. At that point, yeah, I'm 5 months if I remember correctly. She's like, oh, you don't have to braid and band no more. I was like, bet, say less. Hey. Cause who wants to braid and band? Yeah, that was a mistake.
No, you are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
I should have still been braiding and banding. My hair didn't fully lock until year 5. You should be braiding and banding, in my opinion.
We don't care.
Let me tell you.
We don't care.
Ask yourself, do your own research, but in my opinion, and let the record show with my fat ass ends, okay, you should be braiding and banding until you're fully locked because it would create bunching. I ended up leaving her bunched all up and me not knowing I'm a rookie, baby. I don't know nothing. All I know is my Loctician told me that I didn't have to braid and band, so I'm not braiding and banding. Yeah, little did I know the bunching had started. And when I went to the new Loctician, didn't bat an eye.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you.
We don't care.
She mentioned how some of my locks were a little bit fatter than others, but there was no correction plan because it's like, I feel like a lot of people are like, well, if they don't mention it, I'm not gonna mention it. And I didn't say, oh, can you please correct my bunching? Because respectfully, that's money in your pocket. I'm willing to pay for it, but still, once again, I didn't think anything into it. I was just like, it is what it is. Me not knowing that that's what it was. It was bunching. And she didn't offer to correct it, and I didn't mention to correct it because I didn't know. 8 fat ass ends later, here we are. So, braid and band. It's not that hard. It's not that bad. Braid and band, it's not that bad, okay? Just, it'll save you in the long run, your time, your money. Yes, braid and band, please. Number 4 is commitment. Now, I always knew that locks were permanent. I did not know that there was a such thing as combing out locks. I knew that when I chose to get locks that I was in it for the long haul because I was so done and fed up with my natural hair. So I was like, baby, if I don't like these locks, I'm gonna just cut it off and start all over because I didn't know about combing out locks. In the beginning, to correct the bunching and the sizing of the back of my head, I wish I would have knew because I would have restarted a section in the back of my head. That this meaty part of my head, I would have redid those. But I didn't know, like had no clue. It was just like permanent, locked in. But once I started to see and my locks started to swell, I was like, oh, these are some big, thick ass bitch. Oh my damn. At that point, once I seen that they started to swell, I could have corrected them and combed them out, but I didn't. And it's all good. I just wish I would have knew that. Do I feel like a lot of people don't realize the commitment of locks? See, I feel like I went in with the permanent, and a lot of people go in with, oh, it's not permanent, I'll just comb it out. So it's like, huh? I went in permanent and y'all went temporary. Like, oh, 3 years, I'm gonna just comb them out. Huh?
All the wasted years.
Why that? Why put all that time to this new journey and money? Okay, maybe doing your own retwist. Maybe you doing your own, maybe you established your own hair, you know, did DIY micro locks. Okay, maybe you did them yourself. So maybe it's not that much money that you put into it, but your time It's just a waste. The time is just as bad as a waste of money. Number 5. Now, this is based on my current situation and my current length. In the beginning, baby, you couldn't tell me nothing. I was styling my hair up and down, okay? As you know, why some of y'all are even here today is because you came across one of my styling videos, styling pictures on Pinterest, whatever. Y'all know that I was styling my hair. So the simple fact that I can say with my full mouth that I wish I would have knew about styling limitations at this length. Yes, it's a thing. Yes. Now, are locks versatile? Yes, they are, but also no. Hear me out. Heavy hair is a real thing. Now, for my sisters who have low density hair, you are the real winner in the VIP, baby, because you get the fullness of your swelled and matured locks, but you don't get the heaviness that comes along with it. My hair is thick, I have a lot of hair, and it's heavy, and I feel the weight. And for me, longer locks equals less styling.
Come on, who said that?
I said it. Longer locks equals less styling. The weight makes it a struggle because I have to strategically place all of this hair in a specific part of my head so I don't get a headache. So if I'm doing a top knot, literally I have to sit it on the flattest part of my head in order for me not to get a headache. Top knot, bun, high ponytail, all at the top. If I try and put it at Barbie hair, right here in the meaty part, trust me, all night, my neck starts to hurt. It's either at the very front or at the base. That is it. It cannot be any in between. Updos, I just have too much hair. And it's like, I can only do so much because I can't see my whole head. Sometimes I wish I could just take my head off, put it between my legs. Baby, I'd be a styling demon. So I do what I can with my styling, with the length that I have. Do I miss any styles? Not really, because this is a whole new experience for me. Like, they're the stage that I'm at with my hair currently. And through your journey, you will have multiple stages. The first stage will not be like the second stage, and the third stage will not be like the second stage, fourth, and so on. It's always evolving. It's like a new journey that I'm currently in with my locks. That's feeds my creative juices. I love finding styles that I could try with my locks and kind of my own, either if I see it from another lock queen, Pinterest, YouTube. That's how I get my inspiration to possibly try new styles that I wouldn't have thought of. You can still have so much fun with your locks. It's just you have to think and approach it differently. Because it's still hair, it's just in a different form. Do I still think it's the best decision ever for my hair? Yes. But you have to have the right mindset if you're going to get locks. You have to be ready mentally. And I know some of you be like, oh, it's not that deep. To me, it is that deep. I was at the point, like y'all know, till I'm blue in the face, I was at the point where I am done with my hair. I don't do nothing. It's always underneath wigs. It's always in a protective style. I went initially to go get traditional locks. I had my consultation and everything. I can't remember. I was going to have between 80 and 100 locks. I think it was like some celebrity stylist in LA. Who knew? Who would have guessed? Or whatever. I went back, did some more research on YouTube and came across Sisterlocks, and the rest is history. I absolutely love my hair. Even the little qualms that I do have that I mentioned here, I absolutely love my hair. And unfortunately, I feel like I am my hair. I feel like currently my hair is a part of my personality now. And that's probably not a good thing. But it's a part of me. It is me. And I'm okay with it. I'm still me, but my locks are a part of me. Because when I see family members and they've seen me from the beginning of my lock journey, and it's like, it's real genuine and natural. And they see my hair and they're just like, locks were made for you. And they just touch my hair and they're like, yeah, locks were made for you. It's like, your hair has grown so much. And I was like, I know, girl, thank you. So if you're thinking about getting locks, just know about the different challenges that it comes with. And the challenges are solely based on that individual, but everyone's journey is going to be different. So these are my challenges. They may not be the same as yours, but I feel like with anything in life, there's always going to be a challenge and you just have to overcome. But most definitely the pros outweigh the cons. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you disagree with anything I said, if you agree, if you have your own qualms or whatever, leave them down in the comments. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it. It really helps your good sis out. And also subscribe if you haven't. Turn on that bell notification because your good sis, she's posting. She's posting regularly now, you know? I don't mean to brag, but you know, I'm posting every Thursday. That's the current upload day, but we just gonna say I'm uploading every week. Is this what y'all wanna see? Is this what y'all wanna see? Just an FYI, my scalp is filthy, 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 filthy. Can y'all see the little, let's see. So straight ahead, we're right here, whatever that is. So that's almost tailbone. Almost, I thought it was a little bit longer, but when it's wet, touching tailbone, for sure, for sure, for sure, for sure. Love my hair. I love it. Oh my God, it's so crazy. Be like, I love my hair. I do. I really do love my hair. Do you love your hair? I really do.
Yeah.